I like to use facts and reality. So this one is real. President John F. Kennedy back in 1961 turned down Sammy Davis Jr. performing at his inauguration because he married interracially to Mae Britt, the Swedish actress. Now, a year later, he allowed him to perform at one of his parties, but he turned him down in 61. This is the dude that supposedly that was championing civil rights are in part, but he turned him down because he married a woman that was white. This is interesting. Now, I want people to understand that this wasn't a long time ago. This was 64 years ago. Let that sink in openly. Now, you hear about how open minded the Kennedys were and all that nonsense. None of these presidents have ever been open minded. None of them have done anything for black folks as far as I'm concerned. And, Sammy Davis Jr. went out of his way. When you hear stories like this is a painful reminder. It wasn't that long ago. And we know in early 60s in Vegas because Sammy Davis Jr., Harry Belafonte, Count Basie and them, Quincy Jones and them could perform out there on stage in Vegas, but they had to eat in the back in the kitchen because they couldn't until Sinatra made something happen. But how often was these stories told? This is not that long ago. I know it sounds when people talk about, well, didn't racism end with this and that? No. See, 1865 Emancipation Proclamation, but all the way to 1965, they could still forbid you from eating in places. They still could. Jim Crowism still lived around. So when people go on and put certain people in certain positions of selecting and whatnot, know your history. Know how far has it really changed. Because unless you're comfortable with that, the reality is not much has really changed. And the reality is this is on the records. Sammy Davis Jr.'s daughter put this in her book, by the way. No one has to lie about something like this because with him and Mae Britt, because interracial relationships and marriages in the United States was considered in some places in the United States illegal until 1967. That was only 58 years ago. See how you can do math off the top of your head when you know the facts and the figures? Not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. So next time someone comes at you talking about, well, we're past that, we moved on. Oh, no, you haven't. Not when I can bring up these informations of facts. And this is Sammy Davis Jr. we're talking about. World renowned and the Candyman and all that. But even Kennedy, who was trying to use Dr. King as a way to attract black voters, etc., had an issue with love with people who were with each other and trying to break those barriers. And when you read stuff like this, it really has to hit you a certain way, but it can't be shocking or surprising. Find out that President John F. Kennedy turned Sammy Davis Jr. down because he married a white woman in 1961 for his inauguration. Because that is so sad. And it just goes to show that people aren't looking at people as people because they were using that as a criteria. And don't nobody tell me it's because of the times or nothing like that. If you respect people as human beings, you respect people as human beings. As I always tell people all the time, your uniform don't change. But fundamentally how you are, that says more about you and what you tolerate, what you accept. And it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. Let that sink in. As was quite something to bestow and to take that in. So, anyway, let me know what you think about that with President John F. Kennedy turning down Sammy Davis Jr. from performing the inauguration because he married a white woman. And how that was a reality only 64 years ago. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like and hit that membership because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.